you want to hear her, you got to sit down at some point. You got to sit down. That's amazing. Does that happen like in Target? Like,
no.
Like you just walk in and you're like, well, thank you. I arrived.
Half
I did.
the time they're like, is that her? Or
that's always, they
I'm
never.
like sweats and everything, yes, for sure.
But we're both from Texas. You recently were in Texas again, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't live there anymore, right?
No, I have a house there for, you know, if I want to go see family and stuff, because I still do, but I've slowly moved my family out here, so it's working.
Clever.
But yeah, I just, for some reason, I wanted to go back to my middle school. I wanted to go back to my childhood home, which I do often, and oh yeah, that was me bothering the class. And I got to just be there and say, you know, like, I was here and I never ever thought that I could be where I am now. And it was just really neat to see. And my teachers remembered me, and one of them just ripped me. She was like, I remember, she was like, I'm gonna go do this movie. I was like, yeah, right. She just wanted to lie and get out of school.
That was, I went back to my school. I remember my algebra teacher, Miss Stover, was like, how are you gonna know what they're doing with your money? If you're gonna make all this money when you're all, I was like, I'll pay someone to do it and I hope they don't screw me over.
Exactly.
I was like, and then I saw her and I was like, still hoping. I was like, I don't know. But you went to your childhood home. Is that kind of special for you? Like where you grew up?
It was so, well, I try to go there often just because it's nostalgic for me, and I've gone every year, so, well, there's me.
Yeah.
And, but I grew up there. Everything started from there. So I actually got to knock on the door and someone was finally there because no one's ever there. And it was just chill dude, and he was like, yeah, come look around. He was so unfazed that I was there. He's like, yeah, apparently you wrote on this wall. He goes, also, there's a crib in the garage if you want it. I was like, my crib? He was like, yeah. I was like, my crib is in your garage? He goes, yeah. I was like, can I have it? He goes, sure. I'm like, he has all this stuff. And I had written in the closets that I was in love with Cole Sprouse.
I am older than you. Who is that?
Cole Sprouse was on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Okay, I know that.
And I was obsessed with that show. And I thought we were going to be together one day. Then I guest starred on the show, but I kissed his brother and I didn't get to kiss Cole.
I always feel bad for y'all. I don't know how you do that. Like, you don't know where their mouths have been. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Your first kiss was with a stranger and an actor? That's
on
scarring.
camera.
Oh my God.
It was one of the worst days of my life.
You know what? Mine wasn't acting and it wasn't camera. Mine was horrible. It was like he was searching for something with his tongue.
Oh,
it was, It was, I was like, there's nothing in there. It's just my mouth. Like, and then I literally went and spit in his bathroom. It was horrible. And that song my band was playing is called Rare, and it's on Selena's new album of the same name. So you've said that this album is your most honest album. So why do you think so?
Because I started so young, there's a huge part of me that didn't get a chance to develop my identity in a normal setting. So when I was working with Disney, it was the best time of my life, and I had a great time. I have nothing but good things to say, but it was a bit more controlled. Yeah. There were certain things that I was, you know, kind of had to do and not maybe go into like figuring out what my sound would be. So I've constantly been trying to make my music better and better because, you know, I know that people may not think I'm the greatest singer, but I just worked my ass off, and I really love writing and creating melodies and growing, and I felt like this was my chance to say all the things that I wanted to say, and in that way, which was talking about relationships and talking about difficult times or being vulnerable or being stuck in your head, because, you know, I can do that a lot, but I wanted it to feel good. You know, I wanted it to feel like every word mattered and you could feel it physically. And I'm still in the studio actually now because I feel like it's inspired me and I just want to keep going.
It's a creative time, yeah. Isn't that funny? You make an album, that always happens to me too. I make an album and then after I'm releasing it, like right while I'm doing it, I'm doing another one.
Yeah, exactly.
It always happens
I'm
like that.
I don't.
But I want to point something out because doing The Voice especially has been really interesting because a lot of people always think, because you said, oh, I know people might not say I'm the best singer. The best singer in the world, talking to everyone in the world right now, is not the loudest and is not the, you know, oh my God, you have to sing like Whitney Houston every time you get. The best singers in the world move you. And that comes from all different sounds and styles. So like from a singer to a singer, it's beautiful what you do. And I love your record, and I love big, huge songs, but I love singing your music. It means something and it moves people. So don't ever negate your gift, because it's powerful. So that's what I want to say there. But whenever I first heard Rare, I was in a car and I was listening to Spotify or something, and it came, and I was like, "What?" And I knew it was you because I got all your music. But I was like, "What is this whole idea?" Like, as a writer myself, what a concept that nobody's ever done.
Thank you.
I mean, why did that word just stick out for you?
Yeah, I felt like, you know, that song actually came into fruition 4 years ago. So
wow.
It stuck with me throughout creating this album, because I like the kind of song that says, look, I'm not perfect, you know, but I do know that I deserve
I am
the best.
special, though.
Yeah, and I think that is it's such an important thing to say. It's like, I need that. You know, I've compared myself to people for years, and I feel like I'm, you know, sometimes get insecure, and I get, you know, I go through normal things, and it's just, that word means so much to me, because that's exactly what it means. It means that every single person wasn't meant to be like everybody else, kind of like you're saying to me. Wow, I guess I'm now saying it back to myself. But it's true, you know, you are each created to be who you are meant to be, and that's that, you know?
Yeah. And I think until you believe that you are rare, no one else will.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. It's like an empowerment anthem. Like I love, like I told you in the room, it takes a lot to get me on a treadmill. So, and I'm like, I gotta have a good record. And I've been jamming to your record literally just nonstop. So it's a really great. But you also have a new beauty line, and it's called Rare Beauty.
Yeah.
Rare Beauty, I love it. I cannot wait to try it, because I'm actually highly allergic to a lot of makeup. Yeah. But what got you into the beauty world?
First off, I have such a connection with my fans, and most of the time it's talking about real things that they're experiencing. And when I wanted to do this thing, I wanted to actually create a lifestyle with it. I wanted a line that was simple, and that was hypoallergenic and you know, not tested on animals, nothing. I wanted it to feel like every girl can wear it, or whoever wants to wear it, but you could also build coverage. So it's simple stuff to help you just know how to do the go-to things, and it's beautiful, and it's encouraging. I have so many ideas for it to come, where it just can be something powerful where people can feel good.
Yeah, it is nice, because I didn't grow up knowing how to do makeup. There's a lot of girls that aren't, we were all like tomboys and like didn't do that. So
this is
it's really
super
cool.
Easy, and
and you have such a huge fan base of women too. Like, and I love that you're not just about the aesthetics, you're also about what's inside that counts, and that's super important.
Thank you.
I hear, true or false, you're a fan of true crime. You love true crime so much, you went to something I didn't even know existed.
Yes.
Which is Crime Con. What do they do at a Crime Con?
Okay, so they give us a real case, and this case,
What?
Yeah. So this case in particular has been reopened. You're getting to see the interviews and the interrogation pages from 20 years ago. Now we're interviewing the same people. It's not my case. But
She's like, I was leading
I
the
was
case.
Literally just leading them. No. But it was really interesting, like, for going in to see how they. I mean, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not good at it. I was like, everybody did it. I mean, that's just what I said. I was like, no, he did it. And then they would say some more stuff. I was like, they both did it. I was like,
Everyone is guilty.
Exactly, because I wasn't.
If you get jury duty, don't show up.
I know, exactly.
Everyone did it.
It's just an interesting subject, yeah.